my name is Estella Joan, and this is explanation video number 4 for the class MGT 183 with Professor Harold Buchanan, and the class takes place every Monday and Wednesday from 9:30 a.m. to 10:50 a.m. And this week's explanation video is on my company's PE ratio, both historically and forward, and compare it to others in the industry. So first of all, the PE ratio is the price to earnings ratio, which is a ratio of a company's share price to the company's earnings per shares. And then for my assigned company, I am assigned to the company Bath and Body Works, and then their PE ratio is currently at 10.18, and its forward PE ratio is at 14.75. Usually investors look at a company's PE ratio to see if the stock price is overvalued or undervalued, but the PE multiple itself isn't helpful enough to see that unless we compare it to other companies in the industry, such as like the companies like stock industry group. So now we can discuss the companies, which is Bath and Body Works' closest competitors, and see what their PE ratios are. So some of my company's closest competitors are not individually publicly traded companies. For example, Sephora is owned by the corporation LVMH, and Lush is a private company. One of the closest competitors is Ulta, and it has a PE ratio of 28.08. And in last week's explanation video, I have also stated that some of the biggest retail corporations, such as Walmart, Target, and Costco, are also Bath and Body Works' closest competitors in the retail industry. And Walmart specifically has a PE ratio of 40.75, and Target Corporation has a PE ratio of 20.12, with Costco having a PE ratio of 41.44. And my company also has department stores such as Macy's and Nordstrom as its competitors as well. And Macy's has a PE ratio of 16.12, while Nordstrom has a PE of 14,300. But overall, on average, the U.S. specialty retail industry has an average PE of 9.9. When we look at my company's PE ratio on its own, we might think that a 10.18 ratio is very overvalued, but when we compare it to other companies in the industry, we can see that it's clearly not. And for example, when we compare our company to Costco with a PE of 41.44, investors expect Costco to have higher earnings growth in the future in comparison to Bath and Body Works, and it really makes sense that way. So that's it for this week's explanation video. Just to summarize a little bit, this week's video is on the PE ratio of a stock, and the PE ratio is a company's share price to the company's earnings per share ratio. And I have listed some of the PE ratios in my company's closest competitors to truly get a picture of if my company's stock price is overvalued or undervalued. And I listed some of the PE ratios for companies like Macy's, Walmart, Costco, Target, just to get a picture, allow myself to compare Bath and Body Works PE ratio to others in the industry. That's it. Thank you.